What's up? Haha. You don't have to be completely serious to make a serious statement. And I'd argue that the person who says the statement while also being entertaining is probably more well equipped to be making the statement. So you're probably wondering, why am I talking about that? Well, today we're going to be talking about Nobuhiko Obayashi's 1977 masterwork film, House. And why House is such a masterpiece is partly because of that. Because it doesn't take itself seriously. Because it is a feat in storytelling, in design, in all of that. But it doesn't take itself too seriously. And that right there is why House is the best film of all time. I'm not capping. I'm not bullshitting, bro. That House, best film of all time. Fight me, nigga. I'll die on this hill, bro. Run up that hill like K. Bush. One of the biggest things that I personally get annoyed with when I see discussions about Nobuhiko Obayashi's, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say his name. His name's long, but Obayashi. When I see Obayashi's work brought up, it's oftentimes disregarded. It's oftentimes otherized and categorized, and that bothers me because Obayashi is an extremely talented, extremely capable filmmaker. Because people are otherizing it, they are not fully engaging with the work. And so if you do really want to fully enjoy House, don't otherize it. Don't go into it with the mindset that like, oh, House is different, oh, House is weird, all of that, right? And while I understand it has its flaws, don't get me wrong, I think oftentimes people in today's mindset, like this generation, my generation, obviously, because Gen Z, but my generation, millennials, Gen X, all of that, we've been so accustomed to hyper realism, hyper realistic filmmaking, that when we do see theatrical acting, theatrical filmmaking, films that feel like films, right? They're letting you know that, hey, you watching a film, bro. This ain't real world, bro. Use your suspension of belief, so to speak, right? We are not accustomed to it. So if you're not accustomed to theatrical filmmaking, you interpret it as bad because it's not believable. But I'd argue that in some stories are so unrealistic, it calls for theatrical acting, which is what House does. House plays into its weaknesses, so to speak, right? It plays into its budget. It plays into its fantasy. It plays into all of that with the theatrical acting. And that's Obayashi's mind, right? But you as a viewer need to play into it too. Because if you don't play along, you're not gonna fully enjoy it. And that's what I ask of you. So, a little backstory, right? So, Obayashi's House came about because Toho was like, yo, listen, this Jaws movie overseas, fire, bro. Let's do something like it. Can you make us a Jaws type beat? You've proven your worth as a commercial director, all of that. And Obayashi was like, yeah, I got you, fam. So he went to work crafting House. And what he did was he decided to just ask his daughter. He was like, hey, daughter, what scares you? And she was like, what if my reflection came alive and started trying to kill me? And that was the premise of House. And that right there, that's fucking genius. You know why? Because Pablo Picasso once said, it took me years to paint great, but it took me a lifetime to paint like a child. And that, getting into childlike fear, childlike fantasy, that, bro, Obayashi's mind, bro. He thinks like a child, bro. He let go of his pretension and his preconceived notions to create House. And you can only enjoy it if you do that. Oftentimes, people like to call House a horror movie. Obayashi himself has said it's not a horror movie. It's not a horror movie, right? It's actually a fantasy movie with horror element. There's really no such thing as horror as a genre. It's a subgenre of fantasy, really, that uses scary elements, because horror is subjective. So what scares me might not scare you. What I think is something that's super strong about Obayashi's House is that you can get lost in his fantasy, right? You can really get lost in that sauce, bro. Get lost in it.
But you can also get lost in the sauce.
And I think what's great is that it's one of the few films that really makes me feel like a kid again. It is. It's a lot. I'm not gonna lie. But again, while I consider Obayashi's House to be one of the greatest films of all time, actually, no, it's not one of. It's the best. It's the best, bro. Best of the best. Creme de la creme, bro. You can't top it. It's his use, cutting, editing, but most importantly, his use of montage. What do I mean by montage? Well, when you are editing something, you have two forms of editing, right? You have the cut, which is you splicing together the various pieces and getting everything to the right length. And then you have montage. And what montage is how you as an editor choose to interpret the work and edit it within time and space. So some famous examples of montage would be the use of transitions in Carrie, right? That's a use of montage. The most famous use of montage would be Jean-Luc Godard's film Breathless. But here's the thing. Breathless, I'm gonna keep it a buck, no cap. Look, bro, before I say it, look. I fuck with some of the Godard, right? I got Godard on LP, bro. I got a Godard LP, bro. Like, trust me, I fuck with Godard, bro. So listen to me when I say that. I think sorry, I had to find my green screen. Oftentimes people cite Godard's Breathless as one of the best uses of montage, as well as one of the best works in filmmaking. Here's the thing, I don't believe that shit. Why? I think Breathless is boring and it's fucking pretentious, bro. I honestly think Breathless is a garbage film. I'm sorry, I think it's garbage. I think it's pretentious, it's boring, bro, it's misogynistic. The film is essentially an hour and 30 minutes of this nigga following this girl around being like, bro, please, ma'am, may I have some coochie? May I have some coochie, ma'am? And then this girl's like, nah, coochie machine closed, coochie machine broke. That's all Breathless is. And to me, that's boring, that's not entertaining. But House, bro. House, the use of montage in House, bro. House, bone apple tea, bro. Just straight bone apple tea, delicious, bro. Claire from bone apple tea, like levels of,
right? They look cute.
Because it's entertaining, and that's the key. All films, all YouTube videos, anything, the core goal is to be entertaining, and nothing is more entertaining than Obayashi's House. What's really smart is that not only how it plays into its budget, how it wanted to look fake, but that Obayashi was actually using a lot of cutting edge filmmaking, editing, and special effect techniques, right? It uses blue screen, claymation, time manipulation, animation overlays, picture-in-picture edit, match cut. The wire work is so good. But there's this one scene they essentially did was they did like a glass floor, they put the camera under it, and they just like attacked the character with pillows. That's great filmmaking. That's playing into your budget, playing into your resources, and using filmmaking techniques and the art of filmmaking to elevate your storytelling. And I think, again, good film knows it's film, right? Good theater knows it's theater. You know, you don't walk into Baskin Robbins and Baskin Robbins be like, sorry, this is Wendy's. Obayashi is a man who lost his family and friends to the destruction of World War II. In particular, the bombs of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And what's very cool is that House is him talking about that, you know, kind of coping with that. And it's very well done, and it's told through this flashback scene that is told in real time with the characters kind of coming in and out. It's actually genius. And when you look deeper into the film actually is an allegory for loss, for not wanting to grow up, for coming of age, and for that clinging on to the youth. You know, the witch is eating the girls because she wants to be young, and we didn't even talk about the girls, bro. You got Professor or Prof because she's smart. You got Gorgeous because, you know, she's gorgeous. You got Mac because, you know, stomach she be eating. Kung Fu, Melody, and Fantasy. What I like about that is that all these characters are named after their character traits. It's the Kojima way, bro, and I love that. It makes the film simple for me, you, all ages to understand, easy to talk about, easy to interpret. And that's cool. It's fun. It doesn't take itself seriously. When it came out, Toho, the niggas at Toho watched it and it was like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? And that's how you know it's good. Because I've noticed in life, with all dynamic shifts, old heads don't fuck with it. They don't fuck with it, you know. Old heads are like, I like Tupac, blase blah. But like, kids listening to Lil Uzi Vert, and that's what happened with House. Niggas at Toho didn't fuck with it, but the youths, the youngins, it was fucking with it. And what it ended up happening is that its lasting impact and legacy is now being felt in filmmaking. We wouldn't have films like Anti-Porno, Kamikaze Girls without House, bro. And I for one am extremely grateful for House, because House is one of the first Tongsatsu films, right? Sorry, I had to check my notes. But it's one of the first Tongsatsu films, and Tongsatsu is Japanese term for special effects film, and it started a genre, bro. How many films can you say helped start and pioneer a genre? Breathless didn't fucking do that.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Part of the reason why I made this video and why I wanted to talk about Obayashi's House is because Obayashi, over the past couple of months, has become my favorite director. But what I've noticed is that his work is not only very inaccessible outside of Japan, but there tends to not be proper discussion surrounding Obayashi's work. And I really want to help fix that. I really want to help challenge that and bring this film into the pedigree that it is. You know, we often put House in a category like, this, you know, is different, but it's not. It's actually well made. It's very intelligent, most like a lot of Obayashi's work. And unfortunately, Obayashi is 80 years old. 2 years ago, he was diagnosed with terminal cancer. And more than anything, I would really, really like and appreciate before his passing for Obayashi's work to get recognized. So take some time out of your day, go watch House, and if House enthralls you, please take the time to find and dig, buy the bootlegs, bro, find his work, bro, share his work, bro, because Obayashi is such a talented director and he deserves far more recognition. His new film, Labyrinth of Cinema, just opened at Tokyo International Film Festival to massive critical acclaim. And I really would hope, love, and appreciate for this film to get a wider release in the West, as well as his other films. You know, he actually just made his magnum opus. I don't know how to pronounce it. It begins with an H. I'm really sorry. But he was actually he wrote that film before he wrote House, and it's House with a lot more heavier themes. And This man's smart, bro. That's really all I can say. Again, thank you for taking your time out of your day to spend time with me. I'm greatly appreciative. Go watch House, bro. What you doing, bro? Click off, bro. This shit over, bro. Turn this shit off, bro. Turn it up. Turn this shit off.